We want to discuss some very important topics around energy efficiency. And with us we have James Bill from Zero Impact Architecture and also Kevin Beck from Building Performance Services. And we want to start off the conversation with the interesting concept of passive house. James, can you help us? What does passive house mean? Where does it come from? Give us some background, some history on that concept.
Passive house originally started back in the 70s here in the U.S. when we were starting doing passive solar. And as we all know, that we sort of dropped that whole vein in the 70s when we decided that energy was free and easy and we didn't need to worry about conservation anymore. So Germany picked it up and they started developing it into a very tightly controlled and modifying it and really making it a much more efficient system, and they call it passive house. So it's been, over the last 20 years, been fully developed in Europe, in Germany, by an organization called Passive House Institute, and it's now just coming back here. So they've got 20,000 buildings that they've built in Europe, across Europe, that are using this standard.
What is the goal of passive house, or what does it need?
The interesting thing about a passive house is that it essentially doesn't have a mechanical system, a standard mechanical system, a heating system. They essentially heat themselves with hair dryers. So, yeah. So it's so what they do is they capture all of the heat that's generated inside the building, and hold on to it. Where our buildings leak it like a sieve. So what they want to do is hold that energy. So that's the fundamental difference. So they have a little bit of passive solar, but that's not an essential element. They have, and the main thing is just to have a very tightly sealed shell that holds all the energy.
Are there other criteria for passive house besides the shell and the hairdryer?
Yeah, you have to have a bunch of people doing jumping jacks every once in a while, or
have lots of kids.
Lots of kids and a couple of animals. There are 3 requirements for a passive house. One is the tightness, the air tightness of the building, and that makes the whole thing possible. And the other 2 are about the amount of energy that are used in the building for heating and cooling, and for just the general energy load of the building, so including all the plug loads and things like that. So it's called a performance-based system. So it just says, if you get there, you've succeeded.